Welcome to Between Bells, the podcast where we explore the life of a teenager, one topic at a time. In today's episode, we're diving into the vibrant world of activities in Vancouver. Whether you're a thrill seeker looking for your next adrenaline rush, a foodie exploring the city's diverse culinary scene, or just someone searching for a cozy spot to relax, Vancouver has something for everyone. We'll share tips, personal experiences, and a few hidden gems that make the city the ultimate playground for locals and visitors alike. So grab your headphones and get ready to explore the best of what Vancouver has to offer. So let's start with food. One of our first recommendations is Bigway. Bigway. This I would say fast food, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of like fast food.
Kind of like fast food, yeah. This really popular fast food chain sells hot pot, and what is so special about Bigway?
It's the way that you get to pick your ingredients and like basically all the ingredients that you picked are weighed so that you can basically eat however much you want and pay like an accurate price for it instead of just getting a regular meal and not being able to finish it. That's what I like about Bigway the most. And they have like happy hour, and during the happy hour they give you like a choice of drinks and ice cream. Yeah.
I think the ice cream is complimentary for any time
Yeah.
though. But I agree, like some days you might not be feeling like too heavy, so you just want to maybe grab a few pieces of meat and like some noodles, and then you just end up paying like 7, 8 bucks for it. Whereas some other time, if you're feeling more hungry, then you can get more and you just have to pay a bit more. But I think for smaller eaters, definitely Big Way is a great place to go.
And their boba is actually pretty good. Like for a fast food chain, it's pretty good.
And the pricing is pretty good too for the boba.
I think it's like, I think
It's like $5.50 for brown sugar pearl. Yeah.
it's like 39.90 per kilogram, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so it's pretty cheap. And yeah, I always go with my friends because it's like a really cheap place to eat and somewhere where we can, it's like kind of everywhere. It's like on along Kingsway, and there's like a couple in Richmond, a couple in the west side. So yeah.
There's even one in downtown now as well.
Yeah, but I will say that it depends like how, what's it called, like bacteria.
Oh.
Like it's I wouldn't say it's the cleanest place to eat, but like if you're down bad, you have no choice. Like it's either that or McDonald's. It's probably cleaner and cheaper than McDonald's. So yeah.
And also, there's there's a pretty big variety of different soup bases that you can choose from, and some are like non-spicy while some are like super spicy, and you can tailor it the way you like it.
And they even have like dry mixes in case you're not feeling soup that day. And my second recommendation is for people who like Korean food. I will say it's kind of far from Vancouver. It's like all the way in like Burquitlam. It's like around North Road. That's kind of where Korea Central is really, but it's really good. It's called Midam, and my favorite is like their UFO grills. I really like their kimchi bacon fried rice, and they use like purple rice in their kimchi fried rice. So like, my digestive system really thanks me for that. Yeah. But speaking of Korean food, my favorite place for Korean barbecue is Sura because their beef is actually really good quality. And yeah, their seats are pretty big. I don't know. It's like kind of by Aberdeen. I will say though, like their service is okay, like not the best, but and then the next one is Ramen Danbo. Very famous ramen place. Like even my mother has heard of it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I literally just went for lunch today. It's okay. I mean, not it's okay, but like I think it's really good for its prices. Like what, like $12 for a bowl of ramen that can get you full, and you can like do add-ons. My favorite store is in Carousel because I don't feel like there's Oh my God, I feel like that's too controversial to say, never mind. But
Where's the other location?
there's one in Kitsilano, Robson, and I think that's it.
Mm.
Yeah, so not very much options, but I do like Carousel the most. It's more spacious. Um, but yeah, it's like pretty basic. You get what you get. It's like ramen, basically. They do have lunch sets from 11 to 5, I think. And you can get like gyoza with rice or gyoza with a drink or like toppings for your ramen. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like to get it pretty spicy. Next is so I sound like a fatty singer, but
But it's just I don't really eat out as often, or sometimes I find a place that I really like and I just keep going there, like ramen, I just go to the same place,
yeah, me
or
too.
like yeah,
I
or
I
like
go there
chap
until I get sick of it, not
yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah. So I don't really know that much. But
But my favorite hot pot place is Dollar Shop. Um, Controversial because I feel like a lot of people like Heidi Lao, but
oh, but Haidilao is so expensive. Like I know
this is more, I'm pretty sure this is more expensive.
oh really?
But the thing is, I feel like the quality of food you're getting is so much better at Dollar Shop because I feel like at Heidi Lao, you're literally just paying for you're paying for like service. Honestly, like they have really good service, sure, but I'm not here to eat service, right? I'm here to get my belly full. Like the thing I like about Dollar Shop is their meat is really good quality. They have unlimited ice cream, like Big Way, but I feel like
Brooklyn has unlimited ice cream?
you can just keep asking.
Bruh.
And but their ice cream is actually like really good. Yeah. Um
Do they have a
but
variety?
yeah, they do. And I feel like you should only go there if you want to spoil yourself a little bit. I think you should be expecting yourself to pay at least 150. Yeah.
Wow.
So it
For
also
how many
depends
people?
for like 2 people. Yeah. Um But yeah, next is Little Pisces. It's kind of by North Road, like where Midam is in the same plaza, but they're a little like they just opened. They're like a small business and they sell taiyaki. Really good. It's like mochi based, so it's kind of chewy and they have fillings. Even my mom likes it. She doesn't like sweets, so that says a lot. And
What is it?
taiyaki. Oh, it's a cafe. Yeah. Oops.
Do they have like seats for people to like,
Yeah, but
chat?
usually it's quite full. Yeah, and they have like merch. It's really cute. It's
Nice.
like a really cute shop. And they have drinks and they kind of changed their menu a bit like each season, which I find is really good. And my last dessert place I like is Nana's Green Tea House. Yeah. However, I have a bone to pick with them because they were on Carousel like a couple months ago and they just moved to a new place like kind of by Broadway. But the thing is their prices have gone up so much after moving. Why is it $11 for some ice cream?
How much was it before
It
again?
was like 8. Like, oh my goodness, like I can't. I
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I can't afford it anymore. Sorry. Sorry, Nana. But yeah, those are my favorite places to eat.
I've been to Nano's Green Tea House as well. When it was still in the Carousel area, but I thought that their ice cream was really, really good. Like you could really taste the matcha. But again, like if you're a matcha lover, then maybe it's worth a shot. Like you can try it, just try what it's all about. But definitely not a regular, oh, I'm craving ice cream. I'm gonna go there type of thing.
Yeah, like I'm going to McDonald's at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so some free activities that both of us like to go to is like some Christmas markets, especially because it's in season. However, some of them do have an entrance fee. I think Shipyards doesn't have an entrance fee and they have a free ice skating rink. But I think you have to get rentals, I'm pretty sure, if you don't have skates. But yeah, do you want to do the next one?
Okay. Another popular thing that both locals and visitors do is to visit downtown Vancouver. Although I'd say our downtown is not the best, it still isn't the worst. Some parts are bad. I would suggest to avoid some parts, such as like
Hastings.
Hastings, Gastown? Gastown
Yeah.
is something like that.
Chinatown.
Chinatown, yeah. But I think with Gastown and Yaletown, I think there is something unique about that part. Like I think like sometimes the vibes are pretty nice as long as
Mm-hmm.
there aren't like,
Yeah.
weird people there. But I think you should definitely still check it out, but make sure to go with like a big group of people and
Mm-hmm.
go before like sunset. But in the summer, like, when it's still like 8 p.m. and the sun's still out, it's really nice. And
Mm-hmm.
but the most popular place in downtown I feel is around Robson, where that's where like most of the shopping happens. Yeah, and I think definitely go check it out.
I will say, I just went to Seattle, like in the summer, I think, and I went to their downtown. It was okay. Like, I definitely saw similarities, but one thing I really liked about Seattle that we don't have is the fact that Seattle has free parking on Sundays.
No way.
Yeah, and we went
In
on a Sunday.
downtown?
Yeah,
Oh my
and
gosh.
parking's usually like 10
So
bucks.
expensive in Vancouver or
It's
anywhere.
even worse than Seattle. Trust me, it was like $5, $10 USD for an hour.
Oh, for downtown? Oh, dang.
Yeah. So it's really crazy, but yeah, I think it's really good. There's definitely certain parts where it's like, yeah, it's really nice, but also certain parts like Vancouver where there's a lot of like homeless and like drug addicts. So I think definitely be cautious of that. But yeah, another place that's kind of nearby downtown is Stanley Park. Very famous.
Mhm.
I think,
I think everyone who comes
yeah,
here,
went there before.
yeah,
Um, it's good for like a nice walk or like a bike.
especially during the summertime,
Yeah.
those like Pinterest pictures of like people biking and all that. That's probably where they take it from.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be like around the seawall too, so you'd be able to really admire like, what Vancouver has to offer. Like,
Yeah. Nature.
yeah.
But yeah, next, my favorite beach is actually in Iona. Like, contrary to people going to beaches in downtown, Iona is a beach in Richmond. It's quite famous actually, but basically they have a really long walkway. It's like a couple kilometers.
I think I might
Yeah, and it's really nice in the summer, like just taking a walk there. I just went like a couple weeks ago. It was freezing cold. I was like freezing. But it's actually really beautiful during sunset. And the drive there is really nice because it's just like a straight road and there's not much traffic.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to our next activity. This is summer exclusive, but it's called City of Lights, which I'm sure every local uh person have heard of City of Lights, but basically it's just a competition between a few different countries where they what is it?
Basically trying to show like which fireworks are
Yeah,
best.
it's
Like,
basically you're lighting fireworks and like which country has the best show,
mhm.
I guess. Yeah. But it's free and like a lot of people go and it's just a good activity that people do in the summer.
I will say though, I've it's kind of like for me, it's a
Hmm.
one and done type of thing. Like I
Hmm.
wouldn't go again. It's so crowded.
Yeah, one thing is like no matter what time you get there or what time you get there, there's gonna be a bunch of people. Like there's gonna be people there from the morning where they spent the whole day at the beach and then they're watching the fireworks at night. I'm not even gonna lie, that's what I did last year with my group of friends, but that's because we just wanted to hang out. But like if you get there at like let's say the show happens at like 9.
Hmm.
If you get there at 7, you're probably not gonna get a spot. So you'd probably have to be there at like 5 or even
Hmm.
4. Um, and last year we did not go to English Bay. I think we went to Spanish Banks instead.
Hmm. I went to
Um,
Kitsilano.
Oh no, we went to Kitsilano, not Spanish Bank.
Hmm.
Kitsilano. And still, I think honestly,
It was
like,
quite,
when really?
yeah.
Mm.
I went like
When I
around
went,
3.
mm, when I went, it wasn't too full. Like it
Hmm.
was definitely not as full as at English Bay. And I
Hmm.
think like for
Yeah.
me personally, I would prefer to be a bit further from the fireworks, even if it means like, I mean, I'd prefer,
Well, for me, I feel
yeah.
like It's okay for me to
Yeah.
not hear the music
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
watch the
exactly. Yeah,
fireworks.
me too. I agree with that. But definitely commuting back is
A struggle.
it's a struggle. Like
I think I walked like a couple blocks until I caught a
yeah, for
ride.
sure. Yeah. And like because the lineups are so long, right? Everyone's leaving at around the same time. And even if you drive there, like it's gonna be hard to get out of there.
Because there's so much traffic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, um, one of well, whenever like I have family from overseas come to Vancouver, we always go shopping at Metrotown. I will say because I've grown up here, I've like nothing has really changed with the mall
Mm-hmm.
since I've seen it ever since I was young. So I don't find it that interesting. Unless if I really need to buy something, I'll go there, but I won't really go there to just like walk around.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
for
boring.
sure. Yeah. I
But for tourists, like I guess
mm-hmm.
yeah, I could see
Mm-hmm.
that it'd be fun.
Like the only reason why like my friends and I would go is like either we're trying to grab lunch around Metrotown. I don't think Metrotown really offers that much like good food
Yeah.
apart from the food court, but Station Square has a few pretty good places. But yeah, you would usually just go to Metrotown to run some errands and pick up some things. Otherwise, going to Metrotown wouldn't be really an activity unless you have a
hmm
goal. Yeah. But they do have a
Um,
movie theater though.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, like I
Yeah.
wouldn't go to Cineplex. I would go to Landmark.
Yeah, Landmarks is so much better.
hmm Um, but I also wanted to say that there's a good lookout that I like to go to. It's a little bit far, I will say. It's like Cypress area, and there's a good pizza shop. It's called The Shed, and basically looks over Vancouver. It's really beautiful. Like I
Mm,
always go.
mm,
Yeah, it's kind of like North Van.
mm.
hmm
Oh, yeah, a place that like everyone should at least visit once when they're in Vancouver is definitely North Van. I feel
hmm
like Deep Cove area.
hmm
Commuting there will take a
Oh
while, so
yeah.
probably like, get an Uber or, have your friends or family drive you, but definitely Deep Cove in the summer and go for a hike. It's like literally so good.
hmm
Yeah.
Um, yeah. And another thing is ice skating. I think it depends. It's free to get on the ice, but if you don't have skates already, you're gonna have to pay for rentals. But it's still a good activity, especially in the wintertime. There's kind of like public ice rinks outside. And if you don't like ice skating in the public, you can go to the community center. Some community centers have ice rinks. Yeah.
But I think the vibes are totally different though, for sure.
hmm I will say when I ski publicly, their shoes are really bad and like hurts my
Mm,
feet so bad.
mm.
But yeah, so that's like the end of our free activities. We're gonna move on to our paid activities. A really popular activity is going to Lynn Canyon. Is that where the bridge is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually see a lot of celebrities going there.
Hmm.
And they always go, is it just called Lynn Canyon Bridge? I feel like it's a name, but oh
Suspension
yeah,
bridge?
suspension
Yeah.
bridge.
Capilano suspension bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really popular. But I think there's another suspension bridge that's really nearby, but nobody goes there because this one's more well known.
Hmm.
So it's completely up to you whether you want to pay for that touristy
Hmm.
experience. Yeah.
I think it's worth going in the summer, but actually, honestly, anytime really, because they, especially if you're from BC, you can actually get a BC pass for like relatively cheap, especially if you're a student or like a student. They're at like once you visit there once, you can consider getting an annual pass, and it's like basically the same price as like regular, like daily admissions or whatever. And
Mhm.
also, you get a free shuttle to go. Like they pick you up from downtown and they bring you all the way to
Mm,
um there. Yeah.
I didn't
So
know that.
yeah. And like they decorate it really nicely during Halloween, during Christmas season, Easter season, whatever. Yeah.
hmm Yeah, our next favorite paid activity is going skiing, especially during Whistler. For
Hmm.
both of us, like in elementary school, we had ski trips to Whistler, and then we have very fond memories of that.
Hmm.
Um, I think it really depends. They do have lessons and rentals, but I think Whistler's quite pricey,
Hmm.
especially if you're a beginner.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like if you're a beginner, maybe try Rouse or like Cypress. I think that might be
more worth it,
yeah.
especially if you're just learning how to ski and you don't really particularly need like really steep slopes and really long like runs because Whistler definitely offers way more and like slopes that are way steeper. Like I know some of Whistler's green is like Cypress blue and stuff like that.
Yeah. And also while you're at Whistler, it's even just the Whistler Village is really nice. It's like I just feel like it's really cozy being there. And I don't know. I just really like the vibe of it, especially at night. And they have really good restaurants there. It's like fancy. And it's just like a nice getaway from the city life. Yeah. And our next one is a pottery, kind of like pottery painting. So then they have like already pre-made pottery for you. And you can go with your friends to go paint it and they'll fire it for you. And you can pick it up a different time. I don't think it's relatively that expensive, but the owners are really nice. And like they'll always remember you and they're so sweet. I do think that it's a really fun activity, but I'm not very artistic. So what I think is kind of ugly. But it's okay, you know, at least it was a good experience. Yeah. And the next one, flower arrangement courses, there's a lot here in Vancouver. A good one is Aroma Tears. They have like a couple shops. They have one on like Kingsway by Joyce. I think they have another one in Richmond or something, but it's fun. And they have like candle making, they have like perfume making, they have a bunch of things going on there. Yeah. Oh, and our last one is go-karting. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of go-karting. I get really scared easily.
I mean, I've never really tried, so
Really?
yeah, I've never tried. Actually, have I tried? I feel like I have tried, but it was not in Vancouver. It was like
I feel like it's different. I feel like here they're kind of strict with it. They get really mad at you. Like I got yelled at a bunch of times because I was going really slow. But
usually people get yelled at for being too fast.
I was being too slow. I had to stay. He kept yelling at me to stay to the right, like. But yeah, we went to like a kind of go-karting in Korea. Remember? It was like,
maybe that's what I remember.
It was like that push and pull thing. That was fun.
Yeah.
But that's completely different. I don't think that's considered go-karting.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because go-karting is like actually scary. It's like really heavy and bumpy. It was okay. I'm not a big fan of go-karting, but if you like that, there's a bunch of places here for you.
For sure.
Yeah. And I just recently went laser tag. Very good workout, cardio workout. If you have a bunch of friends, you can even go like by yourself and play with some like tag along with some kids. That might seem a little bit weird, but it's very good workout. And if you like that, then
and I think it's a good way to have fun while like working out and you don't even realize you're working out because you're just having so much fun.
I will say though, I was like kneeling down because I was trying to hide and my pants got really dirty.
Oh my God. Okay, well, that wraps up our episode on food and places and activities that you can visit when you're in Vancouver as a tourist or as a local. And we hope that you found the next place that you'd like to visit. Thank you for listening.